Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of my FC 25 career mode with Bradford City. If you do want to enjoy today's video, make sure to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new, and get your thoughts in down in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much once again for the support on the series so far, but we're back today for another 3 matches and we'll probably get through the transfer deadline there as well. I still want more business to happen before that does come around, but before we do get into any type of transfer business, we do need to play this match against Morecambe. We're third, they're 18th. Let's have a look at what formation they're going to play. They're going to play the 4-2-3-1. There's a few former Bantams in that team. Luke Hendry and Songo in there as well. And we'll go and quickly do some pre-match training. We'll do the rush and effort together. What else have we got? We got a couple scout reports and yeah, stuff that we don't really care about. So just to doubly check, how much money did we have available? Where do I find that out here? So we've got around £400,000. That's not really much to get a good player in, so we're going to need to see some sales before that. I do just want to quickly double check that the players who I want to sell are on the transfer list and all that sort of stuff. And we also need to factor in that we probably want to save some... Why can we not go over to the contract? There we go. We want to save some money to give some of these players new deals potentially come the end of the season. But we will go and get into the first game of today's episode. I don't know how many games we're into the season now. I think, is it 3 games into the season? I know it's certainly not many, but our main team is fully fit and available, so we're going to go in to quickly check the team management just to make sure that the bench is okay. I'm happy with the full squad. We do currently have Harry Ibbotson as our only striker, so we definitely need to get a striker in before transfer deadline day closes. Obviously, we don't want to be left with Cook, Sanderson and Ibbotson throughout the whole season. I know we've got players like Tyreek Wright who could do a job up there, but we definitely want to get at least one more striker in, preferably 2. Let's get into this game though, away at Morecambe. We'll go into the tactical view as always, and we will hopefully skip through all of this and we should get underway. Anthony Sarcevic chasing the ball down the right hand side, a little bit of room here. Can he find a cutback? He looks to the back post for Lewis Richards to shoot, and that is a good block, I believe, from Luke Hendry there, the former Bantam. That does not look anything like me. I was just about to say that obviously because I haven't actually recorded an episode of the career mode for quite a while, I don't really remember who's been playing very well. I know for you guys the last episode I think was on Friday or maybe last Wednesday, but for me personally, I haven't recorded it this calendar month, which is a long time obviously, because I've tried to get ahead on the career mode, but then I was ill for 2 weeks and I barely have recovered now. But fingers crossed we can get another win in this game. I know we've obviously had a positive start to the season. I remember Andy Cook being on fire. I think Jamie Walker had a good start to the season as well, but we did put a few more players on the loan and transfer list just because I want to get some of the older players out to maybe get some younger players in as well. But Morecambe are coming forward here with Gwion Edwards, one of the very few players to have 2 years left on his deal rather than 1 with the Shrimps. But that is a good tackle there from... who's playing left centre-back? Is it Shepherd? Is it Kieran Kelly? I've genuinely got no idea. It's Kieran Kelly. Lovely stuff. Andy Cook looking for a ball out wide here to Lewis Richards. Inside to Ollie Sanderson to strike, and it's a big right-hand save there from Stuart Moore. The first real chance of the game. 20 minutes on the clock, and it's a good save from the Shrimps at shot stopper. It's been a good start to the game. It's been quite action-packed so far, but we've finally seen the first chance, and it's gone in our favour. I've just realised from earlier, Callum Johnson's currently playing left centre-back, and Kieran Kelly's playing right centre-back. That's why it's confused me seeing number 22 playing left centre-back, because I know Kelly's number 18, but that finally makes sense at least. Ollie Sanderson's had another shot there on this occasion. It does go wide. Good ball there from Alex Patterson to find the Fulham loanee, but his shot there is well wide. Sanderson is certainly looking our biggest threat in this game so far. I know he's been in and out of the team depending on the formation, and I know Corbin told me I lost the dressing room apparently after changing my formation that I played throughout pre-season just for the opening day, but it's working and I don't want to hear anything about it. Ollie Sanderson there with some brilliant footwork. He gets away from number 6. Can he get a ball across? He cuts back on the right foot and his shot is eventually blocked. Really, really nice footwork there from the Fulham loanee. Unfortunately, he can't quite get the shot off in the end, and we will now have a corner kick. I believe it's going to be Anthony Sarcevic to send this one into the box. He looks for the front post. Flicked on. It's back in there. Can we get off a shot? Sanderson lays it off here. I can't quite see who's going to get the shot off, but it's only just wide. I think, is that Kieran Kelly? It is. A really, really good opportunity there. So close to goal. I think he probably should be converting that. That's really, really disappointing finish. 34 minutes-ish on the clock. Still 0-0. Alex Patterson with the ball in the midfield. He finds Andy Cook. Not been very involved in this game so far. Sarcevic now beats his man inside the penalty area. Shoots at the near post. He probably should have cut that across to Ollie Sanderson. How this game is still 0-0, I'll never know. We've had some really, really good chances in this one so far. Can we score from this corner? Ball comes in. Number 5 with the header away there for Morecambe. Sanderson challenging. Doesn't win it. it, and it drops to Czech Diabate. He's passing to Owen Bailey. It's not an amazing one, and Morecambe will be able to clear. Not long to go now until half-time. Somehow it is still 0-0. We've definitely been the better side in this game so far. We just need to be a little bit more clinical, and that's why I think we need to get a good striker in. I'd rather Sanderson be an impact on off the bench, although he has been good so far. In terms of his overall, he is still only 60 rated. I'm not going to make any changes because I think it has been a very positive first half, but we know that the ball very rarely goes out of play, so it's not going to be long until we do try and make some substitutions. As of right now, it's still 0-0. We need a positive start to the second half, and hopefully we can break the deadlock. A point away from home wouldn't be the end of the world, but if we want to be serious about our aspirations this season, we want to get promoted, we have to be beating teams like Morecambe, with all due respect, although they're coming forward very early on in at this second half. A nice bit of possession for them here. Diabate and Johnson kind of out of position there, but it's a good challenge from the Exeter City defender. Loanee, that doesn't make sense. The Exeter City loanee certainly makes a lot more sense. We're now going to come forward on their counter-attack though. We'll stick with you here as Sarsfield goes out wide to Brad Halliday. He looks inside for Andy Cook. He will play a forward pass. He'll find Ollie Sanderson. Shot comes in. And why is he not just taking that closer to goal? That's a really, really poor finish from Ollie Sanderson. He has to do better with that, and we will now look to make some substitutions. Lewis Richards is going to come off for Tyreek Wright, and I'm also thinking about bringing Jamie Walker on for Anthony Sarsfield. Double change just around 8 minutes into the second half. Obviously, the captain, Anthony Sarsfield, is going to be coming off here. Is he going to be coming off? He is going to be coming off here. Double change made, and let's hope it can have an impact. Jamie Walker is going to take this corner. Can he get an assist with his first touch? Ball clipped in. Not a great ball, and that's cleared by the Shrimps. Jamie Walker with a brilliant ball through to Andy Cook. Is this the chance? Yes, it is. It seems to have kind of come out of nowhere. All of our chances so far have had the build-up, but Jamie Walker is on the pitch for a matter of moments, and that substitution is proving to be an absolute masterstroke. A ball through to Andy Cook, and just like in real life, Andy Cook is carrying us at this moment in time. A great ball through. Cook keeps his composure, finishes into the bottom corner, and I was actually going to do that substitution, so I guess we'll go through and do it now. I know it's only a couple minutes after our last sub, but Diabate, despite having a good game, is going to come off for Neil Byrne. I'm sure Corbyn's going to be buzzing that he is getting some minutes, and we're also going to bring off Ollie Sanderson for Harry Ibbotson. What's the point of having these young players if you're not going to play them? Another double change made there. We still have one more left to make if we need it. As of right now, though, I don't want to change too much too early on in the second half because I've been impressed with what I've seen so far. Great for Jamie Walker to get an assist, and obviously brilliant for Andy Cook to get another goal as well. Harry Ibbotson and Neil Byrne on the pitch. Let's hope we can see this one now and hopefully get a couple more goals. Although Morecambe are looking for an instant response. Ball comes into the box, headed away there by Neil Byrne, and hopefully an opportunity for us to counter. Morecambe win the ball back though in the midfield. Jordan Slew looking to take on Callum Johnson. He gets his body in front, and an interesting pass there to find Tyreek Wright. Thankfully, everybody else seemed to have switched off there. Let's see what Tyreek Wright can do. He finds Jamie Walker, who's certainly pushing for a start in the next game. He's been very good so far this season. Neil Byrne composed as ever on the ball. Maybe his in real life performance against Newport is going to mean that he probably ends up staying around, although there is actually a lack of interest in him at this moment in time. Tyreek Wright looking for the ball in behind to Harry Ibbotson. He's beaten the offside trap, and that should be 2-0, and it's Harry Ibbotson with technically an assist there on off the bench. It's Andy Cook who finishes. Another brace for the big man. Has anybody else scored in a competitive match so far, or has Andy Cook scored every one of our goals? Who cares? The man is on fire, and it's brilliant play from Tyreek Wright. The great run from Harry Ibbotson to beat the offside trap. He gets the shot off. Good save from Stuart Moore. It just falls perfectly though into the path of Andy Cook. That will surely secure all 3 points for the Bantams. Andy Cook is never missing from there. It's Morecambe 0, Bradford City 2, and we will now make our final change of the game, where we're going to bring on Richie Smallwood for Owen Bailey, I think, just to keep them fresh legs in the midfield, and just kind of makes sense really in the last 20 minutes or so. Apparently that change is not going to come through yet though, so it might never happen. Oh, that's really, really poor defending. Jordan Slew's in behind here. Can we get a foot in? Good save, Sam Walker. It was pretty comfortable in the end though, but Halliday seemed to switch off a little bit. Just over 10 minutes left on the clock. Owen Bailey is still on the football pitch. That was a good header from Harry Ibbotson, but Jamie Walker's just completely missed it, and now it gives an opportunity here for Morecambe to come forward. It's going to be a shot here from Gwion Edwards, and we've conceded the goal. I've just seen there Smallwood is on the pitch. Maybe I completely missed something there. Smallwood is on the pitch. We have conceded just moments later from that substitution, and now he's going to make for a really nervy end to the game. But where on earth is Tyreek Wright? He's literally nowhere to be seen on the screen. A good finish there from Gwion Edwards. It's disappointing we're not going to keep the clean sheet. Let's hope, though, we can see the game out and still remain for the 3 points. Because Tyreek right there, where on earth was his positioning? He did very well to create our second goal, but he's nowhere to be seen for Morecambe's goal there. And it's come down his side. And again, he's nowhere to be seen. Where on earth is he? He's absolutely all over the place. Good defending there from Kieran Kelly. But Tyreek Wright, he needs to get back and learn how to defend. There's clearly not long left to go now in this game. How much added time are we going to get in this one? We're going to get 3 minutes of additional time, so certainly enough time to see another opportunity for either side. Are we going to see some late drama in this game, or are we going to be able to see this one out? Jamie Walker working really hard there to try and win the ball back, but it's Brad Halliday who should hopefully run the clock down. We're over at the 3 minutes. Can we have the full-time whistle, please? Can we have another 3 points in the league? The referee's still playing on. We got nearly into the 5th minute there of stoppage time. Full-time though, Morecambe 1, Bradford City 2. Another brace for Andy Cook and another big 3 points for us. Let's go into the post-match interview, see what the media have to say. Accrington beat Carlisle 1-0. That's certainly a strange result. Cook was able to get 3 shots off today. How do you feel about that performance? I care more about his 2 goals than 3 shots, but I'm going to celebrate his performance. Absolutely brilliant again. He got more complacent by me saying that. Alex Patterson did have a really good game. You probably won't see many highlights, but he carried the ball really well up the pitch. I am going to celebrate Patterson's performance because, again, I thought he had a really good game as well. And the final question is, he shone in the engine room today. His passes sliced through the opposition and almost found their target. Did you find that pleasing? I'm going to downplay his passing. I don't think his passing was amazing, but I certainly think the way he carried the ball was very good. Let's get into some hopeful transfer business. We need some outs before we can get some ins. We've got a transfer offer here for Richie Smallwood. He's a player willing to let go, but then it'd mean that we need another holding midfielder, so the price has to be right. We'll just delegate this one and hope that we can get back a better offer than that. So we've got a loan to buy offer here for Bobby Poynton, a man who's not had much football so far this season. I certainly don't want to let him go on a permanent basis, but I would like to maybe see him go out on loan for the year. I will propose loan without the buy option, see what they have to say with that. Yeah, they're happy to take him on a year's loan. I think that would certainly be fair. Let's try and pay as little of his wages as possible. I don't know if this would then go back into the transfer budget. I'm not really too sure how that it works, but we'll offer them. I'll pay 20%, you pay 80%. They're happy with that, so Bobby Poynton could potentially be going out on loan, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't even make it on the bench at this moment in time. Because we've not had any departures, I don't want to go and make some signings at the moment, so we've now got a EFL Cup match against Crystal Palace. We'll do the pre-match training, we'll give some rush and effort touch, I think that said. Opponent analysis, they're obviously very good. They're going to play a 5-2-3, they're probably going to beat us, but it'll be a really tough test. We probably all thought that about the last team we played. Was it Blackburn in the previous round? Let's get into match day then, and I mean, our main team is available. We are going to make a couple changes though. Sarsvik is going to drop out for Jamie Walker. Neil Byrne is going to get the start of Callum Johnson, and we'll put Diabate on the right. And Shepherd is also going to start in place of Kieran Kelly. And that is all we will do for now. Maybe a couple Baldwin on the bench as well instead of Kelly. I think we'll do that. I'm happy with the remainder of that team. Maybe we get Clark Adore in the team somewhere. Can he play left back? Yeah, we'll put Clark Adore in at left back. Something a bit different. We'll go into tactical view. We got Seb Stockbridge as the referee. He's not very good. A really early opportunity here for Crystal Palace, and they've taken the lead inside 4 minutes. I was still changing the camera angle. I don't know why you can't just have a preset of I want it to be on telly broadcast every single game. I don't want to have to go through and do that. It's so frustrating. There might be an opportunity to do that, but clearly I haven't figured that out, and clearly we haven't switched on. We knew we were going to lose this game. To concede so early on though is very disappointing. The run was made there behind the back of Chet Diabate, a finish with the left foot across the body. We knew it was going to be a bit of an embarrassment in this game, but it's Oslo. I don't really understand what some of them letters actually pronunciate. Apologies, but Crystal Palace take the lead. I'm disappointed on the touchline, and again, we kind of all did expect to lose, really. Sanderson on the ball here, looking for the through ball to Alex Patterson, and we have equalised in this one. It's Alex Patterson with the leveller. And finally, we've seen a goal not be scored by Andy Cook. Who would have thought that? I thought after we went 1-0 down inside 4 minutes, we were going to go on and probably get battered in this game. But we've responded very well in this one. A great through ball from Sanderson and a brilliant run from Alex Patterson. I was only praising his running ability in the last game, and he finishes at the near post. Really, really good composed strike into the back of the net. It's Bradford City 1, Premier League Crystal Palace 1, and they're playing a very strong team this game. Eze and Ketia loads of top quality players in this one, and we've managed to find a leveller. Can we see this one out until half time? Going in level would be a very positive sign for us, considering the amount of changes we've made. We've basically got a whole new back three in there. I mean, we brought Byrne and Shepherd in, two players who've not really played much football so far this season. There is the halftime whistle. A really, really good first half performance. We've more than held our own against a very, very strong Premier League side. I'm not too sure about any changes at this stage. Again, our defence seems to get really, really tired in a lot of these games, which is a little bit concerning. Clark-Adore hasn't been amazing, but I don't think I want to make any changes as of right now. Again, we've got an extra 2 substitution options if we need them. That being Poynton and Baldwin. Obviously, Poynton maybe potentially leaving the football club on loan this season, which I know some people won't be happy about, but he's not playing at this moment in time. We're underway for the second half. Less about Poynton, more about this fixture. Let's hope we can bag a winner. Really early on in the second half would be very nice. Andy Cook coming forward. Can he find Ollie Sanderson? He's going to hit one. That is pretty easily blocked though by the Crystal Palace defender. Patterson picks up the ball once more. Can he work some magic? He's twisting and turning. He gets a shot off. Kind of blocked into the keeper's hands. Crystal Palace coming forward here with Munoz. He gets away from Jack Shepherd. Through ball to Eddie Nketiah. Brilliant defending from Chet Diabate. That is absolutely outstanding defending from the Exeter City loanee. He's been very good so far this season. My main standouts have certainly been Jamie Walker, Andy Cook, Chet Diabate. Even Patterson has grown into his role in midfield. He's been very good in this episode so far. Apart from that, I don't think anyone else has really stood out too much, as Andy Cook's got half a yard here. Can he work some magic? He holds the ball up well. Jamie Walker now looking for that ball through to Ollie Sanderson. He gets it out of his feet to shoot. And how is he missed that? How many more chances is Ollie Sanderson going to miss? I think it's now time we make a double change. They've made a substitution. We'll make some substitutions. Clark-Adore is going to come off for Lewis Richards just to be a bit more defensively sound. And we're also going to bring on Anthony Sarcevic for Jamie Walker in that midfield. Neil Byrne will go and be captain for the remainder of the fixture as it currently stands. But a double change made just before the hour mark. I certainly don't mind that. Bit of fresh legs in positions which I think we needed it, to be honest. Crystal Palace looking to counter-attack us with less than 20 minutes now on the clock. Number 46 up against Jack Shepherd. Lays it off on the edge. Ball clips into the box there. Halliday should deal with it. It's not an amazing header. Diabate gets a bit more distance on it. Owen Bailey even further. Patterson even further. I'm loving the will to win the ball as Anthony Sarcevic now finds Andy Cook. Can he slip in Ollie Sanderson? He's looking to go alone. He beats his man. Andy Cook now inside the penalty area. Finds Anthony Sarcevic. Can he twist and turn? Can we create some magic here? Goes back into Andy Cook. We don't want him outside the penalty area, do we? Lays it off to Brad Halliday, looking to beat his man. Can we get a ball into the box? Up against Anthony Robinson. Back to Andy Cook. Why on earth is he there? Get the big man in the box. Sarcevic now. Can he get a ball in? So much possession, but we need to get the ball in the bloody box. Halliday lays it off to Owen Bailey. Into Alex Patterson, gets away from his man. Really, really nice footwork there. Can he slip the ball through? He's going to go alone here, Alex Patterson. He's going to find the back of the net. Alex Patterson. Oh my God, what on earth has he just done there? That is an absolutely outstanding goal. And we've around 10 minutes left on the clock. It's Bradford City 2, Premier League Crystal Palace 1. How on earth are we winning this football match? Alex Patterson there with another piece of individual brilliance to beat his defender. It's not a good finish. It's found the back of the net. Who cares? No one is going to talk about the finish. Everybody's going to talk about this Alex Patterson performance. Brilliant in the last game. Probably didn't get the highlights to show it. In this game, he's getting the highlights to show it. I'm absolutely buzzing on the touchline. After such a poor start to the game, to see how we've now bounced back is absolutely excellent. I was pressing the wrong button there to try and make some subs. Sanderson is now going to come off for Ibbotson. We're also going to bring on Baldwin for Diabate, who is clearly tiring quite a lot. We'll put Baldwin over on the left side and we'll bring Callum Johnson on as well at right centre back for Jack Shepherd. I think that's all the changes that we can make, if I am right. Yeah, that's 5 changes made there. Definitely. So I don't know if them subs are going to come on the pitch though, because I requested the subs, but I've done it after when I was probably meant to do it, so I don't know if they'll ever actually come on. Can we see this game out though and get into the next round of the Carabao Cup? That'd be brilliant. Well, our substitutions are now going to go through and happen as Crystal Palace have a corner. If we concede from a set piece, I'd be very disappointed. No one's tracking the short ball in. It's come into the box there, headed away by Callum Johnson. Not an amazing header, and good chance here for Crystal Palace to equalise. Couldn't quite get my words out. Chalobah gets away from Neil Byrne far too easily. He levels things up there. For a centre half, that's a really, really good finish. A disappointing goal to concede there though, as it seemed like he was going nowhere, but Chalobah gets away from Neil Byrne with that extra half a yard of pace, fires it into the back of the net. And as we can see there, Neil Byrne, clearly not good enough to be playing regularly. I know it's a Premier League player, but he's a centre-back. He shouldn't be getting spun away from that easily. Palace are level, and this game looks like it's heading to penalties. Let's have a look and see how much added time we're going to get. 2 minutes added on at the end of this game. The fourth official is walking on the pitch. Can anybody else see that? Or am I imagining things? The fourth official just walked on the pitch. He's in the middle of the pitch. What on earth is the fourth official doing? He's literally walking across the pitch in the middle of the match. How on earth is this allowed? Can we get imagine we get a last minute winner while the fourth official is on the pitch? Is he still there? Why on earth was the fourth official just strolling across the pitch there? We're still trying to play the football match. I think this game's going to penalties, isn't it? Do we go straight to penalties? We do. We go straight to penalties. We'll sit back and we'll hope we can get the job done. Sarcevic up first. Converts. There was absolutely no power behind that. Somehow, he's found the back of the net. Ebere Eze steps up now for Crystal Palace and he Panenkes it down the middle. Love the little penalty there. Alex Patterson, 2 goals in the game. He steps up, sends the keeper the wrong way. Again, not much power behind it. He finds the back of the net. Mateta now for the Eagles steps up and converts his penalty. It's 2-2 after 2 penalties each. Andy Cook now, the bagsman, steps up and the keeper expected him to go down the middle. He always goes in that bottom left. Munoz now for Palace. He steps up, sends Sam Walker the wrong way. I think he's gone down the middle again there. Harry Ibbotson now, the young academy graduate. He steps up and his penalty is saved. That is heartbreaking. Number 46 for Palace converts. That's probably going to be us knocked out of the Carabao Cup. We have to score. All the pressure is on Owen Bailey. Bit anonymous in the game, but he scores his penalty. Palace, if they score, they win. Could Harry Ibbotson's penalty crashes out of the Carabao Cup? Yes, it is going to do. Crystal Palace win 5-4 on penalties. A valiant effort from us to send a Premier League side all the way to penalties to need to beat us. It's disappointing how the game has ended, but I think it goes to show that if we didn't have Harry Ibbotson and we had a competent striker who's more developed in his senior years, then we probably would still be in the Carabao Cup. Frustrating, but nonetheless, still a really, really good day at the office for players like Alex Patterson. I thought Chet Diabate had another solid game as well. We have got a lot of offers in here. We've got another fixture in 2 days, so we're not actually even going to see transfer deadline day in this episode. We've got an offer in for Jamie Walker. Again, we'll just go through and delegate that. Richie Smallwood, they're currently still in negotiations for, and Tyreek Wright, I would like that to just be a loan because I want him to learn how to be a left back and he's currently not going to be able to do that. So yeah, just a loan at this moment in time. They're not interested, so Tyreek Wright will be staying with the football club for now, but Walker and Smallwood could potentially be departing. I don't want to see Walker leave, but again, out of a contract at the end of the season, it's kind of our best thing that we could hope for at this moment in time. We've got a loan to buy offer for Clark Adore. That's interesting. We've got no more progress on Walker or Smallwood. Clark Adore will go and negotiate with West Brom. A loan to buy, I actually wouldn't hate too much. In all honesty, I'll accept the loan to buy. I'm happy for that. They want a 1-year loan. I'm fine with that. In terms of the wages, you're going to pay a lot of your wages. Come on, you West Bromwich Albion. You can afford to pay a lot of the wages. I'll agree on 20% of his wages while he's out on loan at West Brom. Future transfer fee is going to be a lot higher than that. I'm going to propose a new transfer fee of at least £750,000. What do you think about that? They're not budging. Not ideal. I'll offer you £700,000 then. Are you happy with that? What do you mean it's your final offer? Well, I'm not interested in your final. I don't want a sell-on clause. I want the money now. My final offer then, I'm going to give you £650,000. Take it, leave it, get out of my office. Oh, they can offer £650,000. So Clark Adore could potentially be leaving on a loan to buy basis. Again, a player I don't really want to see leave, but he doesn't really fit into this system at the moment. We've got Accrington at home in our next match. Again, no more player departures. It is also deadline day. What on earth is going on? Let's play this game against Accrington and we'll get back to the transfers. They're going to play a 4-2-3-1 again. In terms of our pre-match training, let's go and do some knock-ons dribble to help Sarcevic and was it Alex Patterson in there. We've got a transfer offer for Richie Smallwood. Why have you sent me into the sent offers? Oh, we've got loads of transfer offers. Tyreek Wright, we've got a loan to buy. Smallwood, they've agreed 320 grand for. I'm happy with that. Kieran Kelly, they want to agree 370, so we'll send the assistant manager to go and try and sort out a better offer there. Tyreek Wright, though, we're going to negotiate a potential loan to buy. I'd much rather just a loan with Tyreek Wright, because I see him being here a bit longer term, but I think I'll accept it for now. Let's see what they have to say. Let's see what the offer is first. We'll accept the 1-year loan. Again, we'll negotiate them down to pay 20%. So we're only paying 20% of his wages. I don't really know why you can only really agree as low as 20%, but 20%. Oh, maybe we can't agree as low as 20%. They They want 30%. We'll do 25%. Right, they've agreed on that. Future transfer fee. They've initially offered 610. I'll offer them £800,000 for Tyreek Wright. What do you think about that? The final offer. Why are we being so moody? I'll offer you 750 as my final offer then, if that's how you want to play the game. Well, you've just told me your last offer is your final offer. So my last offer is going to be £710,000. How do you like them apples? It's still way too high. It's an extra 100 grand. Get out of my sight. Not interested. Get out of my sight. So a few players could potentially be departing. As of right now, though, we're focusing on this match at home to Accrington. We are going to make a couple changes, though, as there is a few tired bodies out there. We're going to bring in... I'm not so sure. I was going to bring... We need a striker, really, to replace Sanderson. Do we maybe change formation? Go rogue? Lose the head? No, we'll put Baldwin on the bench instead of Neil Byrne because he's looking a little bit tired. We'll put Poynton on the bench as well instead of Clark Adore. And we'll leave it like that for now. So just a few changes to the bench, nothing to the starting 11. Accrington at home, I expect 3 points in the final game of this episode. And obviously, hopefully, we'll see some transfer business after this match. But I can't promise anything. Accrington coming forward here and looking to build an attack. Henderson on the ball, looking to twist and turn. He's got a shot off there. Good save from Sam Walker. It's been a pretty flat start to the game so far from us. 10 minutes in, we've not really offered much going forward. And the first shot of the game is in Accrington's favour. Andy Cook is getting spoken about by the commentators. I can't hear that. Is Richards going to get on the end of that ball? He is. Maybe a foul. Not given though. Sanderson with the shot and Sanderson's foul in the back of the net. Where on earth did that come from? I thought he was going to take a touch maybe. Sanderson finally has his goal though. It's nice to see players other than Andy Cook getting on the score sheet. This is a match I expect to win by 3 or 4 goals and win pretty comfortably. But an assist for Andy Cook there. And a really, really nice finish there from Ollie Sanderson. We're going to see a POV of it here. Outside of the right boot. Beautiful finish into the back of the net. Out of all the easy chances he's had, he somehow put that one in the back of the net. How on earth he's managed to do that, I'll never know. But a brilliant strike there from Sanderson. Just kind of toe pokes it with the outside of his boot into the back of the net. Bradford City won. Accrington Stanley 0. We were ahead with, about 15 minutes on the clock, if that. Sanderson with the goal. Brilliant stuff. Ollie Sanderson picks up the ball here. Coming forward, it now finds Lewis Richards. Plays the 1-2. Lays it off to Owen Bailey. A man we've not seen much of so far since his move from Doncaster Rovers. Looking for Anthony Sarcevic. But that build-up of play will be cut out, and now Accrington will look to come forward on this near side. Ash Hunter looking to take on Brad Halliday, and he's got past him there on the outside. Halliday looking to stay with him. He cuts inside here and finds Keneally. Plays the 1-2 and the 3-4. Keneally now looking for the striker. Good defending there from Chet Diabate. Andy Cook on the ball here looking to create some magic. A brilliant ball in for Ollie Sanderson, and that's 2-0. Sanderson at the double after struggling for goals so far this season, missing a lot of chances. A brilliant ball in from Andy Cook. Another assist for him. What a ball that is. That is Kevin De Bruyne-esque. Almost impossible for Sanderson to miss there. He doubles our lead. It's been a game of not really much happening so far, but a brilliant ball in there from Andy Cook and a left-footed strike there from Ollie Sanderson on the volley. Beats the goalkeeper. Apparently he was travelling at 101 kilometres an hour. He must have absolutely wellied that into the back of the net. Keeper stands no chance. It's Bradford City 2, Accrington Stanley 0, and this should be enough to see us through until half-time. I think I'm going to make some changes and get some of the players who've had a lot of football recently off the pitch at half-time. The likes of Andy Cook, Alex Patterson, even Owen Bailey, Lewis Richards with a terrible tackle there. He's absolutely all over the place. Unless Accrington score here, Diabate with the clearance. Can we have the half-time whistle, please, referee? We're nearly into the 3rd minute of one added on. That's a blocked shot. Diabate will deal with that. How long are we playing? Finally, the half-time whistle. 2-0 to the Bantams, and we will now look to make them changes like what I just mentioned. I mean, Sanderson is tiring, but he's on a hat-trick, so Cookie's going to come off for Harry Ibbotson. Sarcevic is going to come off for maybe Bobby Poynton. I think I'd be happy to do that. Baldwin is going to come on as well for Diabate. Richards come off for Tyreek Wright, and I don't really want to make my final change for now, so I think we'll leave it at that. 4 changes at the break because we're playing so well and we're comfortable. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me on the backside. Sanderson looking for the ball through to Harry Ibbotson. Oh, it's nearly 3. Brilliant through ball there from Ollie Sanderson, who's on fire in this game. Ibbotson with the first time strike. He's kind of come across the ball too much. He's got a bit of backspin on it. Not enough though. Brushes the outside of the post. Still at 2-0. Still got one more sub to make, but I don't want to make it 10 minutes into the second half. Still 2-0 though. Loads of room for a lot of our players in the midfield. Ibbotson with the strike. Good save from the keeper there. He's having a good impact on this game, is Harry Ibbotson. Patterson picks up the ball now. Finds Poynton to shoot. Good block from from the Accrington defender. We're having a lot of freedom, a lot of room in the midfield, and it's obviously being able to create. There's a lot of chances. Ibbotson with another strike there, straight at the goalkeeper. It's shot after shot, chance after chance. Accrington, as we kind of expected, have not really had a moment's rest in this game so far. Patterson driving forward, looks for Ollie Sanderson. Can he get that hat-trick? He looks for Harry Ibbotson. Back to Sanderson. He's offside. I'm pretty sure he's offside there. Is he offside? He's still sat. Is this a goal? The liner's got his flag up, but we finally stopped celebrating. That was it Luis Suarez who was celebrating for ages when he scored an offside goal. Ibbotson with the ball through. You can see there, Ollie Sanderson is definitely offside, and that goal is not going to count. Still 2-0. Somehow still 2-0. I think now we'll make our final change of the game. It seems like a good time to do that. And we are going to bring on... We will bring on Richie Smallwood for Owen Bailey, just to give the midfielder a bit of a rest and get Small some minutes, but it could be his final game for the club. Accrington looking to come forward here. Wally has got away from Callum Johnson. He takes an early shot on, and a big left-handed save there from Sam Walker. He's not had a lot to do in this game so far, but that was a decent save from the former Colchester and Charlton goalkeeper. Corner comes into the box there, dealt with by Brad Halliday, and that could have been a dangerous challenge. We've cleared it though. There's just over 15 minutes left on the clock. It's still at 2-0 to the Bantams. Accrington looking to come forward here with their number 18. Ball clipped in. Wally surely offside there. He's managed to turn, get the shot off. Sam Walker eventually claims it. Somehow he was onside. Oh, this could be finally Harry Ibbotson's first goal for the club. Is he onside? It is 3-0. Harry Ibbotson has his goal. It's Sanderson with the assist. And I was hoping that the academy graduate was going to get on the score sheet. He's probably going to struggle for football if we do get in at least one, maybe two more strikers before the transfer window does close. But a good ball through there from Sanderson. And I think that's his third or fourth chance in the game. He's finally converted one though. Harry Ibbotson wraps up all 3 points for Bradford City with our third goal of the match. A brilliant finish there. He's come close on a few occasions. He's now found at the back of the net. He's loving life at Bradford City. It's Bradford City 3, Accrington 0. Accrington looking for the ball in behind here though. Sean Wally, is he going to get off a shot? He is. He's going to find the back of the net. I was faffing around there with the offside trap. I had no idea I could do that, to be honest. You might have just seen the team press thing come up in the corner just after we scored. I didn't know I could have that much impact on it. I've kind of cost us a clean sheet there, and I don't like that. I'm not going to be touching the team press offside trap again. I felt like if I was watching the game, surely I can't just scream offside trap at them constantly. I did, and in the end it's cost us, so I'll pay everyone's clean sheet bonus out of my wages. That's on me. That's my bad. I'm happy to take the responsibility, but disappointed we've not kept a clean sheet in a game where we probably would have done, and it is my fault. Although it would be very nice to make up for it with a fourth goal. Sanderson, oh, good save from the keeper there. Not long left to go now in at this game. I wonder where this is going to put us now in the table, because we had a really good start to the season. Have we won every game in the league so far? We must still be in that top 3 surely, but I would argue a good case that we might be top of the league at the moment. We've still got more transfer business to be done, hopefully, so make sure to stick around for the remainder of the episode. I think Baldwin's been very solid since he's come onto the pitch, but make sure to drop a like on there. The fourth official's walking on the pitch again. What are these fourth officials doing? You can't just walk on the pitch in the middle of a game. Terrible. Full time. We've won the football match, but I'm writing a complaint to the FA. I'm sick of these officials. They think they're taking over the bloody place. Well, they are taking over the place. They don't think they're doing it. They are doing it, and it's not on. I think we're going to see some transfer business here. We're seeing a departure. Is this Bobby Poynton? That looks to me like it's Bobby Poynton. Myself and my assistant manager are walking him out the door. We're going to say ta-ra to him. If this isn't Poynton, then I'm very confused, but I would assume out of all the players who are currently potentially leaving, that the small player might be Bobby Poynton. It is. He's going out on loan to Real Salt Lake for 12 months, so he's played literally an hour later. He's going out on loan to America for the year. We've got his wages off the wage bill as well, which is very important for us, and we've got some transfer offers here. We've got a loan to buy from Coventry. The Clarkador one's not gone through yet, and we've got a offer here from another team. Not too sure what league that's in, but we'll send the assistant manager to deal with that one. Tyreek Wright, though, we'll go and negotiate with Coventry with, see what they want. I'm happy to accept the loan to buy at this moment in time. Again, 1 year loan is fine by me. In terms of the wages, we'll offer you 10%, you'll say you're not happy, we'll offer you 20%, and you'll say you're very happy. That's normally how these things kind of work with these sort of players. We're happy to agree that. In terms of the transfer fee, I won we'll go at £800,000 for Tyreek Wright. How would you feel about that? They're happy to pay £800,000. Perfect. So Tyreek Wright could also be leaving the football club, and we'll happily take the 800 grand for him. We've got a transfer for Kieran Kelly. No, we've already dealt with that. Stop giving me emails on things I've already dealt with. We do have some unread emails. So point and loaned out, that's fine. And Walker negotiations have broken down, so he could still be staying. Positive news, because I don't really want to see him leave. But if the right offer comes in for any player, I'll be willing to let them go, apart from Andy Cook, obviously. We're going to see some more departures here. This looks like Clark Adore to me. We'd agreed to see him go out on loan to West Brom with, I believe, a mandatory obligation to buy. But I'm not really too sure how the loan to buys work. I think this is the first one that I've ever done, unless we've already done one in this series. But I'm pretty sure this is the first loan to buy. Clark Adore will be leaving. So again, lots of wages off the wage bill. But the most important thing is we're going to get in, is it 650 grand, I think, when he goes there permanently. I would like to see Clark Adore stay, but he plays in a position that we don't really use at the moment. So he's gone to West Brom for 12 months. Does it say about anything of him moving on permanently? No, it doesn't. I don't really understand, to be honest. What's our finances looking like? Did we get the money for him? I think that means we got the money for him, doesn't it? We've got £1 million to spend. Let's go spend it. See, the predicament that I'm in at the moment, do we go in for Jose de Jesus Godinez, who's 65 overall, but he's 27 years of age? Or do we go for somebody like a Massimo Zilli, who's a little bit lower on the rating, but he's got 5 more years on him? Am I thinking short term? Am I thinking long term? We could get both in, potentially. I'm not so sure. I really don't know what I'm going to do. I think we get the proven pedigree in, and we come back to it from that point. We'll go and see how much money they want for him, because I think last time we couldn't quite afford him, but we've got money to spend now, and I'll be willing to offer you, we'll lowball them a little bit with, I don't want to lowball them too much though. If he's worth 700 grand, we'll give him 550, see what they say to that. They want 950, so at least they're willing to negotiate. Again, we'll probably negotiate around hundreds of thousands of pounds at times, so I don't want the tension to rise too high. It's still way short of evaluation. I offered you 100 grand more than what I originally offered. Okay, so I guess it's not going to be him. I was trying to get Jatta in, but we still got 13 days left of his scouting, so I don't want to put all my eggs in the Jatta basket. Oh, I really don't know what to do. So it's either between Nathan Germer, who's 61 rated and 22, or Massimo Zilli, who's 61 rated and 22. Obviously, we've got Cook, who's a target man. Germer's 6'3", Zilli is 5'10", so I'm thinking we're going for Zilli next. We could get both of them in, but I kind of wanted a striker with a bit more pedigree. He'll probably come in and start over Sanderson, but it obviously then pushes Ibbotson down a little bit. Would they have to be 300 grand? They want Jamie Walker and 81 grand. I'd be willing to do a... I didn't mean to do that. I'd be willing to do a straight swap for Jamie Walker. Where's he gone? Yeah, counter and propose new transfer fee. That's what I want. I'd be willing to do a straight swap, maybe 25 grand. How would you feel about that? It suits. So Walker's going to be going one way. Zilli could be coming in. Yes, we've got a player who's with a bit less overall, but he's got about 9 years on Jamie Walker. And it's a position that we were stacked in terms of Walker. And we could go out and get somebody else. We're not having to spend any money. It gets wages off the wage bill as well. I would say he's going to come in and be a rotation player. At this moment in time, he wants to be important. I'm going to have to accept important then, unfortunately. He's going to come in on a long-term contract. He's certainly here for the long term. I've no idea if his potential's any good, but Massimo Zilli, it looks like he's going to be joining the football club. In terms of the salary, we'll offer him 4 grand a week and a £25,000 signing on fee. It's over double the wage he's currently on. How would you feel about that? It's an insult. My client won't be joining your club. Oh dear. These transfers are not going well. Not going well. Oh dear. You have no idea what's going on. Let me update you. Will Alves, we want him to come in on loan. Let's see what we're thinking. 63 overall. Probably not going to be much of a starter. We'll get him in for a year, and let's see what they're happy with a year. In terms of the wages, we want to pay as little as possible. We want to pay like 20% of his wages. How would you feel about that? They want to do 50-50. How about 30-70? I'm willing to negotiate, but not too high. Why does no one want to negotiate? You're giving me barely anything to deal with. Right, we'll get Paris Magoma in. He's a serious player. We've got the money to get him in now. 67 rated. We'll come in and be our highest rated player. Basic terms. Can we get him in on a 2-year loan? That'd be important. They're happy for him to go out on a 2-year loan. Right, we'll pay them wages, but we don't necessarily want to pay them wages. How do you feel about a 30-70 split? They want to do 50-50. How do you feel about a 40-60 split? They're happy with a 40-60 split. Brilliant. We can finally get Magoma in. Unbelievable midfielder for 2 years on loan. I'm more than happy with that business. And it obviously means at the moment Jamie Walker's still staying with the football club. Have I missed any more business? I have. These want Tyreek Wright. I'll delegate for year with an option to buy with minimum of £810,000, and we'll start out the bid at 1 point. Yeah, we'll start the offer at that. Sure. We are seeing some more transfer business here. Is this Richie Smallwood? I'm not too sure who that's meant to be, but somebody is walking out the door. Somebody is leaving Bradford City, but I've no idea who it is, and that's the concerning thing. Who is it? It is Richie Smallwood. He has left for £320,000. He's joined AC Ajako, I think that said. We get an A price rating as well. It's the best possible deal we could have achieved. It does now mean we need a holding midfielder. We've been given £220,000 for Smallwood. Let's have a look at how the squad is now lined up if we go into team management. So we don't have another holding midfielder, which is concerning. So Wadsworth is going to go on the bench for now. We actually are really lacking attackers at this moment in time. So we'll do something like this. I think the bench is looking weak, but if we get in Paris Magoma, that's a midfielder. Bailey seems to be fit enough to play almost every game. His fitness seems amazing, so I'm not too concerned about getting a small replacement in. A striker, though, is very important, and that's something we definitely need to do. I mean, we signed him in real life, so what would the problem be to sign him on here? I didn't actually realise that he was in my transfer hub, so clearly he must have come up on a previous scout report. Let's see how much Corey Evans will potentially want to come to Bradford City. It will give you a sporadic option. You're barely going to play for the football club. He wants to be crucial. He must be decent then. We've no idea of his wage. We've no idea of his overall, but we'd be happy to give him a crucial squad role and a 2-year he's 34 years of age. Yeah, we'll give you a 2-year deal. How do you feel about that? He's buzzing. No release clause. Happy with that. And in terms of the wage, thinking about what people are getting angry with, we'll give him 10 grand a week and a 50 grand signing on fee. How would you feel about that, Corey? It's a reasonable offer. We could have just thrown 10 grand a week, an absolutely horrible footballer. He's coming straight into the football club as well, because obviously he's a free agent. Goodness me, that was a very quick signing. Corey Evans, welcome to the football club. Why is it always Brad Halliday who groups the players? He's not the captain. Is it because he's the highest rated player? Corey Evans is in the building. What's his rating? What is his overall? Please be at least 65. Please, Corey. Come on, you're half decent, surely. Price rating, overall, 66. Very happy with that. Good signing. Very good signing. I mean, he's going to come in and still be a backup, but for a 66 rated overall backup holding midfielder to be 2 ratings higher than the starter, I do not mind that whatsoever. So Corey Evans is going to come in, go straight on the bench. Now, how do I fit him and Owen Bailey in the team? Because Owen Bailey can't play as a central midfielder. I've caused a bit of a problem here. So more transfer business is happening here. Here is a departure, and that to me looks like Tyreek Wright. I mean, it doesn't look anything like Tyreek Wright, but if I was to guess, I would say that is Tyreek Wright. I'm pretty sure he's going to, is it Coventry? We saw Clark Adore go to West Brom. We're now seeing Tyreek Wright go out on loan to Coventry, where I think he's going to go there on a permanent basis. So he's going out on loan for a year, but then we get in, I think, £800,000 for him, which is obviously very positive news. We've got his wages off the wage bill as well. And Paris Magoma has also joined the club on a 2-year loan. It's all kicking off on deadline day, as I expected it would do. He's 67 rated. We're only paying 40% of his wages as well. It is all kicking off on deadline day. Magoma's here for 2 years. Tyreek Wright's gone to Coventry. How much money have we still got left in the kitty to try and spend? We've got £1 million still to spend. We have to get a striker in. That is the most important thing at this stage. Looking at my squad and what's still available, as we know, Callum Johnson can play left back if we need him to, so I'm not even going to bother going out and signing another left back because we've got enough centre back cover to then have to put Johnson at left back if Lewis Richards gets an injury. So we're going to rely on him all season. I think the only thing we need now is a striker. We've got £1 million to go out and sign a striker. I'm going to quickly go through and have a look at all the other scout reports and see if there's any other players who we could potentially go through and sign, because there's 59 players on here. There must be somebody half decent. Surely? No. That doesn't look like it, unfortunately. See, I'm looking at Yang Liu. He's obviously 66 rated as a right winger, 27 years of age. It's not ideal, but he can play a striker, and I think I'd be happy to play him as a striker. Let's see if we could try and sign him permanently and then train him to be a striker. We've got the money to spend, although I would be happy to maybe swap somebody like a Gabriel Wadsworth, potentially. These menus are so laggy. Impossible to try and sell a player. Right, Gabe Wadsworth adds 200 grand of value. We'll stick him in there and £500,000 because we still want some money to spend in January. Let's see what they feel about that offer. They want 890 grand and no Gabriel Wadsworth. Okay, I'll negotiate with you. I'll offer you... Technically 650 is a lower offer, isn't it? I'll give you 700 grand. How do you feel about that? They want 750. That's less than his market value. Tension is rising very highly. Do you know what? I'm the master negotiator. 720. Take it or leave it. They want to consider the offer. Of course they want to consider the offer. Of course you do. Oh, brilliant. Just love it. Love it. I'm going to try and sign one of them Italian strikers on loan as a very, very short, a very quick short-term fix. That's the saying I'm looking for. Just a 1 year loan, maybe, just until the end of the season. I mean, we don't really want to pay much of his wages. Would you be happy with us paying 40%? I mean, these are very, very minimal wages that we're talking about here. I'd be happy to do a 55-45 split. They don't want to pay them wages. Why am I being so stingy over the sake of 60 quid? Let's go and get this guy on loan then. And they don't want to loan him out. Oh, it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. Alassane Jatta. Let's see. Let's see what we can work with. We know nothing about him. I know nothing about him, but a good way to start would be to offer them a player and some money. We've not really got many centre backs left to offer. Not really got many. We've not really got much. We definitely not got much strikers. We got any wingers left? We got no wingers left. We've only really got midfielders. So we'll do the same. Gabe Wadsworth and 550 grand. How would you feel about that for Alassane Jatta? So they don't want Gabe Wadsworth, they just want a 4% sell-on clause. Surely you'd rather have the extra player. Him only being valued at this money is a little bit concerning. I'll just remove the sell-on clause entirely and see what they say about 550. They want 570. I'll negotiate for 560. I'm happy to be stingy. They're adamant on 570. We need a striker. We're going to weaken a promotion rival. Let's just go and get Alassane Jatta in. I'm not that stingy over 10 grand. He wants to be an important player. I'm happy with that. What else do you want? Do you want a 5-year deal, Alassane? He's 25 now, so he needs to be at least... I'm thinking at least 63, 64 rated. I'd be happy with that. We'll give him a 4-year deal. And we're going to disregard the release clause. I'm buzzing that they've come in with this offer. So we'll remove the bonus and put the wage down to 7 grand a week and put the signing on bonus to 70 grand a week. How do you feel about that, Alassane? He's not happy. He wants even more money. All right. I'm not willing to give you that much. I'll give you 7.9. How do you feel about that? He's adamant on the 8.9. Okay. Well, I'll give you one final offer of 8.5. And an 80 grand signing on fee. How do you feel about that, Alassane? He's not quite what he wanted. He's happy to join. Alassane Jatta is a bantam. Please be at least 63 rated. Are we going to see Brad Halliday greet him? No one seems to know who he is. The assistant manager's buzzing that he's here. I've not even turned up. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. Oh, here I am. I'm buzzing. Welcome to the club, Alassane. Please be half decent. Please be half decent. 63 rated minimum. 63 rated minimum. Just think positively. Think positively. Are you any good, Alassane? Please be half decent. We've got a B price rating. Oh, it's not looking good. What's his overall? It's 62. It's not awful. It could have been worse. He's better than some of the players we were trying to sign. Best possible deal would have been 70 grand cheaper. We've got him in. We've got him in. We've got a striker in. Everybody stop panicking. We have a striker. We've got 3 senior strikers now who can actually play football. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. We can't really play Cook and Jatta though. That's a bit of a problem. Let's see what any further transfer business happens. Deadline day is blowing my mind. Well, with 1 hour left of the transfer deadline day, it looks like players like Jamie Walker and Kieran Kelly will both be remaining with the football club. Lots of business has happened. Players like Tyreek Wright, Clark Ador, Bobby Poynton all departing in the last couple of days. And obviously we brought in the likes of Paris Magoma, Alassane Jatta, Corey Evans as well. Loads of business has gone through and happened. We've got a Bristol Street Motors Trophy game against Bolton coming up in the next episode. And we'll just go quickly through and have a look at some of the final tasks here. We do still have some more transfer offers coming in. Alex Patterson is going nowhere at the moment. Kieran Kelly, that is an insulting offer. considering the ones we've accepted. Jamie Walker, we'll delegate and see if we can get a bit more money in for him, but again, wouldn't be the end of the world if he was to stay. We have a message as well from Jamie Walker saying that he wants to play in this next one against Bolton. We'll be doing a full rotation in that match, and I feel like that is all for now. We've got some emails to go through and read actually, which we'll quickly go and do. Transfer window closes. Kelly, talks have ended, and the striker we're trying to sign, negotiations are over. So, to summarise the transfer business which has happened, I know this has been a very, very busy episode so far. Can we go and have a look at the business we did? So this is the business that we did throughout the window. So only 2 bits of business happened before deadline day. Oliver joined Harrogate, Bailey signed from Doncaster, Smallwood departed, Jatta signed, Evans signed, Smith went out on loan, Callum Kavanagh went out on loan, Poynter went out on loan, Adore went out on loan to buy, Tyreek Wright went out on loan to buy, Magoma came in on loan for 2 years as well. Absolutely chaotic. I've never seen a transfer deadline day like it. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon for another one.